So I had this moment in my business trajectory where I felt like I had an absolute breakthrough. I heard someone talk about how magma flows on the bottom of the ocean. It'll come up through the ocean floor out of a volcano and it'll crust over because of the cold water, and then enough pressure builds up, and then bang, it'll pop open again with a loud bang, and then it'll crust over, and then bang, it'll happen. And this is kind of like the experience that I had. It was like sort of like a bang that happened when I rethought about my community, formerly known as Fearless Brands, and I went through a rebrand here. But this bang that happened was the predecessor that created the rebrand. I just got this moment of clarity, and I wanted to share what this moment of clarity actually felt like to me and the steps that I went through in this moment of clarity. This created a wholesale change in how I think about what I do. The first step was just giving it some language, like literally writing it down. Language is where everything starts. So if I kept it in my head, nothing would happen. Just writing something, it doesn't even have to be like a manifesto or anything, it can just be a few paragraphs. When you put it in front of you, you'll be able to objectify it and look at it and evaluate it and see if it has merit. When you do that, then you'll also get excited about the idea. You can't do that if it's still in your head. Then you can look at it and you can say, okay, you'll start to figure out, should I invest time and energy in the next step? When you write it down, you'll get that as well. And then you'll start to magnetize. I know this is going to sound weird, but you'll start to magnetize the universe to be able to guide you and give you the gifts and the encouragement that you need. So let me explain how this kind of went down. I had this big bang moment. I wrote a couple of things down just to get my thoughts straight, and I started sharing it with the people that I know and love. So that would be my significant other, Jill, my strategic partner, my community manager, even my daughters, and my son. And I just explained what I was doing, and they looked at me and they go, great, with a head nod. Nothing more than that. It was just sort of like, great. So then that encouraged me enough. I didn't need much encouragement, but that encouraged me enough to build a small website. I was like, all right, let me organize my ideas here. So I took a weekend and I built a website just to get things straight in my mind. And then I took another weekend and I built a small logo for it because I wanted to visualize it and I wanted to make it mean something, and I wanted to kind of like create a little iconography for the idea. I wanted a shorthand for it. And so I just think, because I'm a brand guy, I just think this way. So I took another weekend to create that. And then I shared this early website and logo with the same team, and I got feedback. And they said, hey, that's nice. I think the logo's cute. Nothing more. I just got a head nod from them. And I realized that they just didn't feel what I was feeling. I mean, it was like a burst of energy, like that magma. And I shared my website and logo with a graphic designer friend, and he liked my idea and he hated my logo. So he popped out a new logo for me. That's a gift from the universe. Then I shared this logo with another friend of mine who saw something completely different in the logo, and it blew my mind. It's like the universe kept encouraging me to keep going here. So my big takeaway here is nobody is going to care about your idea as much as you will care about it, and that's good, because if you care about it, you're going to do something about it. You're going to move yourself into action. If you keep your idea in your head, it'll just be there and it won't move anywhere. But if you share, you're going to get the head nod. You don't need anything more than the head nod, because they're not going to care about your idea as much as you care. But if you care about your idea, you're going to go all in. And that's how you make progress.